Hello and welcome. So I'm back for yet another attempt at the Times Cryptic crossword. This is the main 15 by 15 and this is the one being published on Wednesday the 13th of August 2025. Don't get any setter information. I don't know if it's easy or hard. So all I can really do is reset the timer and crack on. Cleaner thus hoovers up half a village post office. Half a village is... PO, cleaner is a char, so I'll put soprano. Half a village post office. Shampoo. Hamlet is a village. It just for some reason was in my mind. Slavic rider's bag of lettuce. A Slavic rider's bag of lettuce. Cos. Don't know. I don't think it's anything to do with them. I just want that Pogaccia. Opening of olfactory organ a lot. Opening of olfactory is O. Organ a lot. Well, olfactory is it is? I think it's ears, isn't it? But I don't know why that would be. Right. Scotsman of power has queen shut in throne room. Scotsman of power has queen shut in throne room. Has queen shut in. Throne room is throne on the throne is something to do with the toilet, isn't it? Let's put toilet there. Would that happen? I'd have to have an ER, wouldn't I, or an R for a Regina. Scotsman of power. I can't see it. Closet, water closet. How about water closet? That's a toilet. And that's James Watt with ER close. Yeah, nice. Sanction for use in cigarette lighter. Green light, red light. Red light? Can't be red light, though, can it? Sanction. Oh, maybe red light. Maybe a sanction is a red light, as in to stop. Okay, let's go with that. So that can't be EH. That must be on the exact location of the king's head, on the shoulders, on the. And this one, captive to arouse great enthusiasm in discussion. Captive, POW, to arouse great enthusiasm in discussion. Surely that's a sad like, isn't it? Captive, POW, maybe it's not. Not sure about this red light. I'm going to leave it like that for now, but that bit doesn't really give me any sense that it can be right. In fact, it can't be, can it? Sanction for use in. You get a flint, don't you? In a cigarette lighter. Match. There's a match, I think is more likely. Is that more likely? That still doesn't really work. Yeah, just get rid of it entirely for now. Supply worker with what high protein food? Supply worker. So temp with what is isn't it temp? Temper. Is what, I think. Temper. Temper. Not sure how you spell that word, but I think there is a high protein food called temper or something like that. Which would be amazing for my food chink. Black hole of knowledge. Awesome as it is, landlord. Awesome as it is. Let. Let is to as it is, or stet or let. Awesome. Yeah, landlords let things, don't lets. Awesome. A let. Quite sure though. Lousy constable miniature. Anagram constable. 333. I'm missing a letter, aren't I? Moocher. The hay wane, the wane hay. Could one be in flat here? Could one be in flat here? Flat would be even. Don't know. Result of knocking back last of lager in bar. Result of knocking would be open. Answer. Bars are public houses, inns. God, I think the word. Pub. Bar, inn or pub. Burp. Yeah, burp. Go with that. Oh, stake between poles in French city. SN or NS? And what's the pole? Stake. Anti. Nance. Or nonce, maybe it is. As it may be said, I'm not sure. Blue cheese finally introduced to producer of wine list. Gosh. Producer of wine list. Blue cheese finally is EE. That doesn't work. Blue could be down. Down E. Was it the D from introduced? Not sure. Fueled by oxygen, another bit exploding in blast. Another bit is 7 bits is 3 with an O, maybe. Another bit O, which would be fueled by oxygen, or is it anti something? Not sure what fuel by oxygen would be. I've got to remember my science lesson now. I'll say carbonised, carbon dioxide, carbohydrate. It'll come back to me, maybe. Who knows? Discharge extremists ejected from demonstration. Extremists charge. Is that just middle letters? Don't think so. Demonstration is a show. I think I need a word for a demonstration, like a parade, and then take out the outer letters, which is discharging the ejecting the extremists, to get to a word for something like oil would be discharge, ooze, pus. What would that be? Pus. Pus, but I don't know if that's right. Left with flag inappropriate colour. Left. Or is it going to be an L at the end? Flag inappropriate colour. Let's just put the L in both places. Oh, where have we gone? Alright. L in both places for now. Come back to that. Left with flag. Flag is a standard. Flag is to tyre. Appropriate colour. Or is it port for left? Port. Not sure. VIP well stocked with foreign cash. Could that just be an anagram? VIP well stocked with foreign cash would be. Is there really a currency with P, V and W in it? And a couple of L's? I can't think of it if there is. So let's go back to the downs. What might have pumped bullet ultimately into military leader? Shotgun, would that be? Shogun, yeah, Shogun and shotgun, nice. Okay, let's get rid of that because that ain't working. Awesome, neat. Why is that neat? Awesome is neat, as it is. Landlord. Not sure I get that. Not sure that's neat, but we'll try it for now. Evidence when waiting for the train. Hours slipping away. Evidence when waiting for the train. Hours slipping away. Is that? Take an H out of the for train, could be. There's only one A. Waiting. New. Oh gosh, captive to arouse great enthusiasm is to. Is it a powwow? Powwow. Yeah, powwow. Okay. What's this? Gun, cigarette lighter, gun, sanction. Go ahead. Can't be any of those, can it? What's a three-letter word beginning with G? Right, anyway, let's move on from the powwow. Exact location of the king's head on the king's shoulders, on the neck, on the... Well, let's assume that's an E for the... on the what? King's head is on the coin, on the notes. Exact. On the... Okay, so exact. On the dot, on the spot. Yeah, it's definitely an on the. A word for exact, or phrase for exact, is on the... On the button. Doesn't fit. On the... Can't think what that's going to be yet. County seal. Well, Berks, County Shire, Tyne and Wear. We've got Devon, Cornwall, Dorset, Wiltshire, Wilts, Avon. What else? Sussex, East Sussex, Kent, Surrey, Essex, Norfolk, Suffolk, Herts, Hurt. Seal is not coming to me at this moment. We'll move on from that one. Prominence of unusual case circumventing legal right. That's going to be a lean, isn't it? Is a legal right. Unusual case will be an anagram. I suppose prominence is salience. Okay. Idiot, equally soft in the head. Idiot, ass. Why is that ass? If it is ass. Soft in the head. Don't think there's a hidden word there. Put an A there for ass, but I can't think of any other three-letter word. Idiot, I-T, no. Soft. In the head. Sauce. Finished at bottom of vessel. Ended satchel sauce. Let's put an L there. Not convinced because you've got to have a word there, haven't you? Oh gosh, what's here? Romeo incarcerated by movie villain King Say. Romeo is an R, obviously. Is that Tempar? I'm sure it's Tempar, but I'd have to go with it being Tempere. Let's forget that for now. Romeo. Movie villain is PR. I mean, the R could go anywhere in there. That's just Romeo. For R for Romeo. Incarcerated. Oh, maybe Romeo incarcerated beside movie villain. King Say. Can't be Prince. Prince something. Okay, well, little stuff in grass. Little stuff in grass. Well, stuff is to ram. Little, miniature, mini, at T-U-R-E. Miniature doesn't even fit. Grass could be pot, I suppose. There's a lot of stuff put in there though. Just to get with a little, not sure. Right, approach sign on end of avenue while driving seemingly. Approach, come, came, come. I think approach is come, not sure about that. Come, sign on end of avenue. Well, that means put an E, doesn't it? I suppose. Or is it a sign that's going on? That E there. In which case the sign is while driving seemingly. We're talking about golf driving? Seemingly. Come. Not sure about that. I'm going to leave it like that, but I'm not particularly convinced. Cooler call from Little Lamb, by the sound of it. Call from Little Lamb is rang. Call is a rang. Cooler is a from Little Lamb. Larry the Lamb. Rang you. Cooler. Could be a fan, I suppose. Fan or fan or what? I don't know what to do with Little Lamb, to be honest. Let's just leave that there for now, but not very hopefully. Roast a cook cut in style. Beginning with P, so definitely no anagram there. Roast a cook cut in style. Roast is to a cook. I feel like burp might be right at this point. Result of knocking back. Last lager in the bar, where you would burp, wouldn't you? And you got knocking back. Last lager R in pub. I think that's pub with an R in it. Fairly convinced. Roast a cook. Cut in style. Style could be anything, couldn't it? Pound plus shilling, where the franc is currency. Swiss. Pound is L. Shilling is add. Lads. No, I can't say that. Pound. LB. Swiss francs. Swiss doesn't fit. Geneva. Bern. Zurich. None of those seem to fit. Pound plus. You expect that to be and, really, wouldn't you? Maybe it's pound as into hit. Maybe that's more likely. Cantons. Canton. Doesn't really work. Look at that S there though for now. Right. Housekeeper cooked for the auditor. Cooked jar. Housekeeper. I assume that's a sound like. Cooked, charred. Would it be charred, baked, fried, broiled, braised? I think that ends in a D then. Drop of the hard stuff, little one. Just a tot, I suppose. Which is a word for a baby and for that. Let's not look at this one. Left, oh gosh, with flag in appropriate colour. I thought I could be tired, didn't I? Retired. Left. Yes. Okay. Retired. Nice. Red being the appropriate colour. Nice. What's this rang? Cooler. I've got no idea how to do that. From Little Lamb. Right, let's go back through the clues I haven't looked at yet. I've got shampoo, good. Right, Slavic rider's bag of lettuce. Cossack, I suppose. That's easy, isn't it? Now I've got some letters in there. That's actually really easy. County seal, Cork, County Cork, okay. I'm going to have to go with ass on that one, but I don't really. That's equally soft in the head. I can't see that being anything but ass. This looks like kitchen, but it can't be. Ketchup, I think it has to be. Ketchup, finished at bottom of vessel. Ketchup is a sauce. A ketch is a vessel, and finished is up. The game is up. So I'm going to have to go with tempeh. I don't know about that. I'm okay with that being wrong. This one here I haven't looked at again. Opening, that's my olfactory organ, isn't it? Organ a lot. Is it ole? Opening olfactory. Organ a lot. Oodles. I don't know. I don't know about neat down there, do I? This one, sanction. I'm just going to have a little swig of tea, excuse me. I really want to put power in there. Go, girl power. Sanction for use. Use is cigarette lighter will be a glower, maybe. In which case, if that was lower, what would that be? Gas. I think is gas. Gas. Sanction. My knowledge of cigarette lighters isn't that good, but I don't think there's that much to them really. They've got a flint, they've got a spark, they've got a little. It's not they don't use gas, they use a liquidy thing, don't they? Okay, gonna have to leave that for a minute. But gas tower, why would that be gas tower? Shogun, shotgun, pumped is a shotgun. Bullet is T going into Shogun. Fairly sure about that. This one, evidence is evidence when waiting for the train. Hours slipping away. I feel like hours slipping away is saying take an H out of something. Waiting for the train is station. Evidence. Okay. King's Head still causing a problem. What exactly on the currency on the money now? I kind of I was in the right theory, just couldn't get to that. Lousy, constable, miniature. Is it going to be a cop there? What is that? Lousy. One sock cop, I was like, one rock cop. What can that be? Bon. Not going to do that one, but let's assume that's cop for constable. Miniature or cop. I don't necessarily think it is cop, but let's just try that. That will give us Romeo incarcerated by movie villain. Backpack. I don't like that. Give up on that idea already. This one down here. Could one be in flat here? Well, I don't know that one be in flat. One be in. Flat isn't an anagram. Here, cooler, cool from little lamb by the sounds of it. Cooler is a... I mean, are we talking about being hipper? Are we talking about being... Oh, that come is just random, isn't it? Approach. On end of avenue. Sign on end of avenue, so... It's a sign. So I've got that R there now to stop that. What's this D? D was the housekeeper. Oh yeah. No idea what that is. This one, fueled by oxygen, another bit exploding. Okay, I've got a T. Could be another bit. Cool. What have we got? Nitro. Nitro. That was nitro. Although that was just its nitrogen fuel. Nitro is available in the another bit though. Really just trying to notice if that helps me get to this. Cool from Little Lamb. I don't know what Little Lamb is doing. We're just saying a short version of lamb, which is a... Well, you know, what I think of for a lamb is a lamb. I don't think we're looking for Larry, are we? Eek, what we got here? Life, little stuff in grass, no chance. At this moment, pound plus shilling, nope. VIP well stocked. Well, if there's nothing there, I'm really trouble. VIP is a... Looks like a word for well, stocked with foreign cash, which would be... To get to a VIP would be a... what would it be? Not sure. Well, it could be hail. If it was hail, what would that be? What is it? Ale. Stop the foreign crash. 3 letters I'd have for foreign cash. Doesn't seem very likely if it's a word like euro. So that's not going to fit. Mark, maybe. Oh, excuse me. Dollar. Can't be dollar, that's too many letters. Roast a cook. Cut in style. This was discharges pus, maybe. Extremists, PUS. What would that be? Demonstration would be... Literally, I think extremists is just saying take off 1 letter from each end of it. What about discharge being arc for March? Could that work? Not sure about that. It would fit. Let's try that for a while. And then this would be resistor K. Still no. Roast. Vivial and King say. That's a card, isn't it? Card is a king. Romeo. Picture card. Okay, why is that a picture card? I'll take it, but I don't understand why. Oh, there's my cop on my cup, as I said. Card is obviously king. Movie villain with an R in it. Picture. Picture. That's a movie villain I'm not aware of, if it's correct. Oh, actually, CAD. CAD is a villain, and a movie is a picture. Yeah, okay. Something cop. One sack cop. Lousy constable miniature. Cap cop. I feel like that's going to be a cop or a cup. Mainly because not many other words other than cap go in there, really. But if we got constable, then we're looking at a cop probably. Lousy would be poor. Don't know. That probably suggests Ark is right then. Got a D down here. Okay. Well stopped with foreign cash. I don't think it's going to be ready, is it? The IP. Well, it could be okay, I suppose. Could just be an okay. Although what that would do there, roast to cooking style. An O there wouldn't be great. Little stuff in grass. Not a lot to help you there. Actually, that feels very true. A lot of this puzzle, really. Not a lot to help you. So look at this one again. Right, I'm going to have a little bit of another cup of tea, bit of my tea, because it's been 30 minutes since I started and it must be getting cold by now. I'm just looking at organ a lot and thinking, well, I guess we're looking for an organ that isn't complete. Is it the olfactory organ? Which then gives us an opening. Opening would be an out, wouldn't it? If that was an out, I don't think it is, but if that was an out, I have been thinking about otic for the ear, optic for the eye. They aren't really organs, are they? Org, I don't think it's going to be that. Evidence. Track. Nah. I don't even know neat's correct actually. Awesome is neat, definitely. As it is landlord. Neat. Yeah, okay, so yeah, just so make the drink without ice. Make it neat. Okay, yep, that's good then. I would have thought this is a shun word. Evidence. Let's put a shun there. Or imply a shun. Could one, there's my one, be in flat here. Could one be in flat. No, nothing really coming to me on that one. This boy, there's not. I feel like there's not any words that go in three-letter words with no in the middle. Not woe. Roy, Rob once, rot. Lousy constable. Miniature, rot. Rob. Toy. Okay, toy could be miniature. Connect toy. Lousy. Toy. How do you get from lousy to toy though? 2, could be 2 I suppose. Go back to my alphabet U, no, no, can't think of anything. Locklon, John, Hon, Gone, Fon, Sun, so. I mean, toy feels like the most likely answer. I'm going to put toy there for now, just until anything else comes up, maybe. Little stuff in grass. Stuff is to ram stuff home. This was the housekeeper. Maid. Oh, that was easy, wasn't it? Cooked. Yeah, maid. Was very easy, actually. Fueled by oxygen. Oh, gosh. Another exploding bit. I don't know if that O's right, do I? Fueled by oxygen is... Maybe it's not. Maybe it's oxygen fueled. Maybe it's not fueled by oxygen. Maybe it's another bit to get to a blast. What is our word for blast? Like damn. Cooler, fan. I've got here. Could one be in flat here? Don't know. Approach is come near. Why does that come near? While driving, seemingly. If that was come near, which is to approach, sign on end of avenue. Well, there's the sign COM. So a sign would be COM while driving near, seemingly. I feel like there should be an anagram seemingly there, but while driving as. Do I get one? Be in flat is just too many letters. One could one live. Actually, no, that's a shouldn't word but let's put that in just to remind me. Another bit. Another bit. Gosh, there's some letters there. A N O T H E R bit. I still one letter short even then. Get rid of the T E A. Ban, bon. Up here, so what have I've got B. Bit, good old bit. Both material. I mean, we are fueled by oxygen as human beings, which is bio. No, it's not bio. It can only be an I or an O there, can't it? If it's whether it's B or whatever. Well, actually that's wrong. If it's an I or an O there, then it won't be. Oh no, that was a C. Ob, onth. That was an I. Intra. I don't know. That is correct, do I really? Bit bot. Oh, bot. Let's go through. Bot. Rot. Roth. Roth. Hot. Another T, am I? Got two T's, tot. Let's try this one with all those letters in there. Cooler, cool from Little Lamb, by the sound of it. Well, what do lambs do? Lambs bar. Bear. Cooler. Bearer. Be nice, but nonce is almost certainly correct, I would say. Pound plus shilling, where the franc is currency. Let's just put an S back in there for shilling. VIP well stocked with foreign cash. Can't think foreign cash would be S like D. This is SGD, which is the Singapore dollar, which would be very, I want to say random really. What's this E? Oh, the blue cheese finally introduced. There's an E. Producer of wine. Producer of wine is a grape. A list is list graph. List could be to tend. Graphene. Blue cheese. Is there a Nova blue cheese? Oh, it's just no. It's going to be Nova blue cheese. I don't know, isn't it? Although that would be a D crap. With a grapevine will be the producer of wine. Grape. Pound plus shilling. No. This one, request to cook, roast to cook, cut in style. Roasted to pan, ash, I suppose. A cook, a chef, yeah. That must be arc then. Graph, I don't know the wordplay here. Grape, grape bean, grape, producer of wine. List. Was an e-grap, e-grape. But what is list doing in this clue? Anyway, that's got me a little bit further on. We'll stop with I said hail, didn't I? For well. Can't think what that'll be though. VIP, H-A-L, H-A something, D-L-E, or something like. Pound, lost. Go with Switzerland. I'm trying to think what they call themselves, CH. There's not that many cities in Switzerland. Luxembourg, does they use the franc? Monte Carlo? Maybe Andorra? Some of them might still use the euro. I thought a place like Luxembourg moved over to the euro, I'm not sure really. Alright, about 40 odd minutes now. 45, okay, that's probably my attention span almost at the end. Let's just have a quick swig of tea. I'm just thinking that might be at station. I don't know about that really. When you're waiting for the train, you're at the station, or at. Hours slipping away though. I don't know quite what's happening there. Waiting for the train is. If that was station, then that'd have to be gas. Sanction is. Cool. I don't know, the opening of olfactory organ a lot. An opening would be an ole at a station. I feel like I should be able to get this one. Evidence would be attestation, wouldn't it? Attest. Like that. If you attest to something, then you're giving your view on it, I think. I'm not convinced, but attestation. At the station, yeah. Attestation, okay. Which means that has to be gas, doesn't it? Guess, gus, giss, goss. Go. Go could be sanction. Go. Goss. Gas. Power. Sanction is to power for use in cigarette lighter. I don't like power because I only thought of it because of powwowing there. Gas lover. What's this in? Opening. I thought it was out, but I'm not going to put out. Alt. Out was the most likely. Opening. Opt. Weak. Oot. Oh. Out. Out seems most likely, but why? Opening of olfactory is O. Organ utilum. A lot is oft. Okay, is it that? Is it 0 feet? Organ a lot. A lot would be oft. Of. Where's the T coming from? Olfactory organ. I think oft is most likely there, but not convinced. Gas. Oh, I don't think it's going to be a gas mower, is it? I have no idea what sanction for use in cigarette lighter is doing here. Gas. It could be bowel, it could be vowel. Gas mower, Noah. Gas novel. Sanction. Something about this middle letter. Isn't that middle letter enough? Gas. Voter. Gas moped. I feel like this is the. Oh, well, no, on the money. X. That feels like the letter's not gas women. Omen. Modem. Basically, I feel like there's not a lot of letters that go here generally. ES. Loves. D. See, F probably isn't going there. G, H, J, K, L. Gas. Motel. Hovel. You could have money there, couldn't I? For use in. Could that be an anagram for use, which would be F and R and U, which would be for. Don't really like that. Don't like the U at the end. Don't like the U at the start. You can only really go there if it were, and that becomes pretty rough. So gas, got a power, don't know. Toy, a cop, it might be a cup. This one just never got started on. Little stuffing grass, don't know. This could be one in flat. Could one be in the flat? I thought it's come near, didn't I? I'm kind of getting to that point now. I'm going to bung things in because I'm going to check it in a minute. So. Could one be in flat? Would be not an auctioneer, not in here. In flats here. Give me a gram of in flats here. No, because there's no. Well, don't know. That's wrong, do I? If I took that out, in flat here, is that possibly an anagram? I don't think so, but in flat. Cooler, call from Little Lamb by the sound of it. Fuel by oxygen, that one's. Ugh. I've got an Asian there, haven't I? I think. I've got two T's. Asian. I've now got to rewrite out that anagram. I think I must have crossed it through. Another bit. A-N-O-T-H-E-R. Bit. So we got T-I-O-N. Asian. Got another T-E. Which just leaves me H-R-B. And I suppose an O or something. Oxidation was the oxidation would be the phrase I've been looking for all this time, and it clearly doesn't fit. Breath, breathation, or orthobation, or breath, obtheration, botheration. There you are. Blast, botheration. He gets there eventually. Wow. Okay, that was a toughie. Yeah, it's a tough anagram to do without. There's a lot of misdirection actually in the clues here. That's a bar, isn't it? I did say bar for the sound from a Little Lamb. Call from that is ring bar, cooler. Wine bar. Okay, I think it's a wine bar. Could one in flat be here? And that actually makes me think that might be right come there. Don't know. Let's put it in anyway. Don't know why it'd be right, but it approaches to come near. Can't really see why it would be though. So, if it were, could one be in flat here? Wave right. It's surely an R, right? W-R-I, isn't it? Could be a Y. Unlikely. Definitely not an I. Oh, yeah. think there's much else will go in there really. Wait or don't know, that's necessarily wrong. Could one be in flat here? Okay, why? A wine bar is a cooler. Call from Little Lamb. Wine bar. A whining bar. Don't know. Little Lamb wine bar. I might be wrong about that, but I would have thought that's as good as it gets. That could be a white. If that was a white, I don't know, it is. Oh, no, that would be white. Oh gosh, I'm doing white. Could one be in flat here, white? Then, while driving seemingly, approach. Sign on top is to, while driving seemingly near. White elephant. Could one be in flat here? White. Haven. White. 7. It's not going to be Whitehall anyway. One could be that way then, couldn't it? If that was come, as I said. One being flat. Flat would be here. Would be. Oh, I'm not sure. Can't be W. I'm doing exactly what I did just now. Rit. Flat. Ring. Renown. Don't think so. Can't be WC. I'd like to be Wyoming. Ween. No. H is a good bet actually. What with? But wait. Weimar Republic. Why? I don't know that one is really correct there, to be honest. One being flat. I don't know that wine bar's correct either, but I think it probably is. There's a few around this puzzle that I don't think are right. I assume I'm looking for the name of a place. It's not going to be an apartment. If it isn't right, it'd have to be an H really, wouldn't it? Which would be Wisson, Wirren. I would imagine that's wrong, that one there. Don't think necessarily come near as right. 59 minutes gone. Okay, well I'm pretty much at the end now. My time. I think there's something about grape here, but I don't quite know what it is. Grape. Blue cheese. It's probably the name of blue cheese. Gruyere. To produce a wine list. I don't like the list bit though. Which is a... I think it's a specific... maybe there's a specific name for a wine list. Or is it just lean? Lean for list, and finally introduced. I believe it's vin with an E, vine lean, blue cheese, blue, but that can't have cheese, can I? I'll try that anyway. So there you are, 1 hour spent on that. What have I got? A few. Let's see how many I've done then. See what's good, what's bad. Oh, gas power is all right. Toy is totally wrong. Wine bar is wrong. Let's take that out. Take out toy, which I've got no real feel for. Check that again. So get rid of WH and the E. Anything else to get rid of? Oh, and Vine. Okay, lean was good. That's nice. Is that a red? A wine red? Red lean? Don't know. Let's try that. Nope, I've got an E though. And an I've got that S down the bottom to get rid of. Okay. It's not residue, is it? Foreign cash? No, it can't because it's taken out the S. Right, let's have a look at this one. Quick gas. What's this gas? Poker. Poker? Sanction for use. Let's go through the possible poser. Poser? Poser. Polar. Power. Not power. Poter. Poker. I think it's poker, but I wouldn't if I was going anywhere, but I don't really. Okay, gas poker, phrase I've never heard of. I don't really understand the breakdown yet. That was an IN, was it? Okay, so what have we got here? Cooler is a... Cool is to ring. Is it ring bar? Is that a word I don't know? No, that's not ring. Cool is to... From Little Lamb. Minibar. Okay. Little Lamb minibar, yeah, of course. Okay. Was my one correct there? Okay, let's look. It was, okay. That's amazing. That's a maisonette. I can see that now. I don't know why yet, I'll come back to that. Lousy. Not sure. Finally introduced to... Is that a D? Finally introduced, or is it the final E? Getting a bit more here, and I like little stuff. Stuff is to put. If that was a pack, cop, pick, lousy. Two-piece. Two. There can't be two that way, can it? Can't be toy. Let's see if that's put. No, it's not. Okay. Stuff in grass. Well, grass is not a read, isn't it? Let's put that. Is that likely? Not sure about that. Makes that VIP well stocked with foreign clash. It's just no foreign cash. I put an L in there in case that hell was right. Just see, because I'm not getting away fast, am I? No, no, no. Right, I think I'll probably hit that point where it's time just to reveal an answer and see what I can get out of it. And little... Was that correct, that E? Was it? Each? No, it wasn't. Okay. Which one shall I reveal? Well, I'm not very good on blue cheeses, so let's reveal that one. Cerulean. Okay. I wasn't getting that. Oh, Crew is a wine producer. Yeah, okay. I do know Crew. Put an E from cheese, and cerulean must be a colour. Pound. Pound will fit there, but I don't think it's going to be that simple. Pound plus shilling pounds. thumps. Let's go with this one. Don't know what this is going to be. Not much cop. Okay. Okay. Yeah. my level of excitement about that is not great. Little stuff in grass. Smattering. Don't really understand why that'd be smattering, but I think it probably is. VOP. Well stocked. Good. See if we've got that smattering correct. Yep. Griddle. Griddle. Well stocked. Grandy. Okay. Which leaves that pound plus shilling, where the franc is currency, will be guinea. There you go. 66. Okay, 1 hour 6 with quite a bit of help there. Right, I'm now going to attempt to go through those clues as best I can. Clearly there are many there that I cannot explain. Right, okay, so we've got shampoo as a cleaner. That's the definition. That's easy. Thus is SO. So is thus. Hoovering up, so put in the middle of that. Half a village. Well, a village is a hamlet, so put in a ham. And then P for post office. PO for post office. There we go. That's easy. That one works if you know Hamlet. Slavic is a Cossack. Slavic rider is a Cossack. Sorry. A bag of lettuce is a sack of Kos lettuces. So a Cossack. Opening of olfactory. Organ a lot. Well, I think a lot is oft. Olfactory organ. Well, opening of olfactory is O. Organ foot. FT. Is that the name of the newspaper, the Financial Times, as an organ? I think that's probably what it is. I don't know for certain. Right, I like this one because I got it. We've got Scotsman and Power. So we've got James Watt, W-A-T and T. Has the Queen, ER, Elizabeth Regina. Shut is close, and the throne room is a nickname for a toilet, a room, so it's the water closet, the WC. This one, no real idea what this is. Okay, so a cigarette lighter is a gas poker, I think, or a lighter, yeah, maybe it's a lighter, and a cigarette is a gasper, and sanction is okay. Okay, so sanction is okay, going in. A cigarette is a gasper, which is a phrase I have come across somewhere in the crossword, and a lighter is a gas poker. Oh, yes, a supply worker is a temp, and with what, so what as in what, gives you temper, which is high protein food. Awesome is neat. That's neat, man. Awesome. And as it is, landlord is what you might if you went into the pub and you said to the landlord, "I'll have a whiskey, please." And he said, "Do you want it with ice?" "No, I'll have it neat as it is." Right, a lousy constable miniature. Well, something that's lousy is not much cop, and a constable miniature would be a miniature cop, wouldn't it? So there's not much cop. Let's look at the maisonette. Could one be in flat here? There's one, and MAITTE. I got this wrong. Masonette. Well, a flat is a masonette. I know that much. That's what I bunged in there. I wonder if it's to do with France being. Could one be? Well, it's a French word. Here, maisonette. Maisonette? Could one be in flat? No, can't explain that one. Right, we've got the result of knocking back last logger in bar. So as a so overall, that is as a clue. That's saying you might burp if you drink the last of lager in the bar. Now bar is a pub, and the last of lager is an R, so the R letter. Put them backwards gives you burp. The stake in poker, say, is an ante between the poles, so N for north and south. S for south gives you Nantes, which is the French city. Cerulean, I'm assuming, is means colour blue. I'm guessing. Cheese finally is the E. Introduced the producer of wine as a crew. I've seen that in crossword occasionally. And to list is to lean. Oh, we've got fueled by oxygen, so that's just saying put a bit of O, put an O for oxygen into an anagram of another bit. Exploding, I think, is your anagram indicator, and blast and botheration. Discharge is an arc. I don't really know why that's a arc lamp. Discharging stuff, maybe. The glow of an arc lamp might be a discharge. Not sure about that. But a demonstration is a march, so if you lose the extremes, the M and the H, you get arc. If you've left the job you're at, you might have retired. A flag, to flag is to tire, and in a appropriate colour would be red. I guess if you're tired, you might be red. You might be out of breath or something. Not sure about that. Appropriate colour, red. Not sure. Okay, well, we'll go with that. A VIP is a grandee and well stocked with foreign cash. I mean, I think that's just grand is a lot of cash. Well, no, it's G. Okay, G is well. Okay, so wow, G, well, G. And then the rand is the foreign cash, the currency of South Africa. Okay, all right. What might have pumped? You pump action shotguns quite often. Bullet ultimately is the T. Going into military leader is a shogun. Evidence is attestation. And if you're waiting for a train, then you're at the station, but we need to drop the H from the because the hours are slipping away. Captive is a POW, a prisoner of war. To arouse great enthusiasm is to wow, which gives you a powwow, which is a discussion. The exact is, if you do something exactly, then you've done it on the money. Location of the King's Head is on the money, literally. If you pull out a £1 note or a £5 note, then you might see the King's Head. Still a few with the Queen's Head on them, but that's where the King's Head is now. County is Cork, as in over in Ireland, and a seal could be a cork. Salience is prominence, yeah. Unusual case is SACE, so an anagram as indicated by unusual. Circumventing, going around. A lien, which is a legal right. Oh gosh, this is one I couldn't understand. Idiot is an ass, I understand that bit. Equally soft in the head. Is equally soft saying to put two S's? I don't know, in the head. Not sure about that one, so another one I can't do. Ketchup is definitely a type of sauce. And finished is the game is up at the bottom of the vessel, which is catch. Well, I say the game is up. Up is finished, so the game is up. Might be how you say that. Use that. Romeo here is the R at the end. Going into a movie is a picture, and a villain is a cad, and a picture. The king is an example of, say, of a picture card. Little stuff in grass. Stuff is matter. Mattering in G. Little stuff is a smattering. Sing. Yeah, okay, grass. Okay, grass is to sing, with matter being stuff going in it. So if you grass, you might be singing to the cops about what you're grassing up. Gosh. Approach. Okay, well, approach is to come near. I biffed that. Sign on end of avenue while driving seemingly. Not really much idea. Sign. Sign can be a zodiac sign sometimes. I don't think it's that near on end of avenue. Well, the end of avenue is an E. While driving seemingly is near. Don't know. Not one I don't understand. Well, cooler is a mini bar, fair enough. A call from a little lamb will be a mini bar. So by the sound of it, it should sound like indicator. To roast someone is to pan. A is in the clue. And a cook cut is a chef without the F. And panache is style. Pound plus a shilling. Well, pre-decimalisation, yeah, pound plus a shilling was a guinea, I suppose. And the guinea is still the currency in, I was going to say French Guiana. I don't know about that. Guinea. Guyana is the British place. French Guinea? French Guiana. The French one is Guinea, I think. Yeah, so it's still the franc for the currency. A little bit confused there, but I think that's how it works. So it's double def. Housekeeper is a maid, as it's spelled there. But if you cook something, you made dinner last night, M-A-D-E. For the auditor, it will sound like indicator. And a drop of the hard stuff is a tot, maybe a tot of whiskey. And the little one is, the small child, a tot. So there we go, 66 minutes. I don't know how many I had left there. Quite a few though. 1, 2, 3, 4 of the crosses and a couple of the downs, was it? Oh, and poker, so about 6 or 7. But I think that was tough, so I'm quite pleased to get done what I did in an hour. Thanks for watching.